Hey folks, welcome back. For me, it's been a while. For you, you wouldn't even notice. Today is January 26th of 2024. And I don't believe I've been on either one of the motorcycles since January 1st. More than 3 weeks. And I can tell. Oh my goodness. We've had a nasty month. Very cold, very wet, had some snow, lots of salt on the road. It's been a minute. And I can feel it inside. I can feel it, you know, the frustration, well, you know what I mean. You know, if you ride a motorcycle, you know what it feels like after you haven't ridden in a while. You gotta fill that void. And today, I have a while before the rain's supposed to start again, and before my grandson comes to the house. So I thought, well, I gotta get out. If I don't get out today, I don't know when I'll get out again. So it's supposed to rain real hard again tomorrow, and that could end up bringing up more flooding. We had some flooding earlier in the month, where some of the rivers close by went way up out of their banks in a lot of cases. Now where I live, I don't have to worry about it, you know, right at the house. But we take our dog for a walk pretty much every day, and we go to several different places along the river. And knew the rain was coming, knew it was going to be very heavy rain and going to last a while. So I actually took some pictures and some short little videos on my phone, kind of a before and after kind of thing. So I'll put some of that up here, let you take a look at that. Like I said, some before, some after. Tomorrow the rain's supposed to be very heavy, so we could end up going through that situation again. The water has come down back to normal now, but tomorrow could come right up out of its banks again because the ground is so saturated. If you're not looking at a video from the river, you can see the road's got a lot of spots here and there that are still pretty wet. But anyway, I wanted to kind of pop in. It's been a while, like I said, so I'm getting ready to leave the house, getting my stuff together, of course, getting my camera stuff together, figuring out what I was going to wear, how warm is it. I'll let you know. It is 64 degrees right now. But, you know, my driveway is quite warm. I didn't know, do I need another layer? Anyway, I got all that stuff ready, got out, took off on the bike, partway down the road, and I forgot to check my tire pressure. And I knew that, or I was reminded of that, when I went around the first turn. Leaned into the turn a little bit, and did not feel right. Low pressure in your tires when you're riding can cause so many problems. Everything from, you know, your tire wearing funny, you know, causing that cupping in the front, to just wearing out quicker, wearing out weird. Like one side of the tire wears out more than the other. It's not a good thing as far as your tires go. But even worse, it's dangerous. You know, you go into a corner and you're hitting it pretty hard and you've got low pressure, you're going to feel like you're getting pretty squirrely. You're going to feel like you're sliding. You're going to panic. And you're not going to ride well. And then you start to feel it. You might feel it in vibrations in the bike. You might feel it in vibrations in the handlebars. And then you start thinking, oh no. And I've gone out on a few occasions with low air pressure, or had low air pressure attack while I was out on a ride. And the first couple of times it happened, I didn't realize right away what it was. I felt it, I knew something was wrong, and I start going through my head all the things that could be causing this problem. And eventually I realized, oh yeah, that's right. That's what it feels like when I have low air pressure. And again, I've had that happen on a couple of occasions, and I remember one time on the DR650, I picked up a nail in my rear tire. Of course, I didn't know it. The tire went low fairly quickly, and I was on a twisty road, and I went into one of them, and it just felt like the back end of the bike just went completely sideways. Of course, it didn't move much, but you know, we're geared to our bike. We know what it's supposed to feel like, and when it doesn't feel like that, we know something's wrong. And so that particular time I pulled over, and that time I actually realized what it was almost immediately, which is kind of rare for me. Sometimes I'll ride and I'll be like, what's going on here? And it'd take me a little while to figure it out that it was low pressure. But that time I knew right away. I was thinking, okay, I know that feeling. And I stopped, and fortunately I always carry a plug kit because all the bikes I ride are tubeless. I carry the plug kit and a compressor. One of these ones that plugs into the cigarette lighter, and I can put the air in the tires. Saved me on several occasions. Saved Mitchell on an occasion when he and I were riding together. I was behind him and I thought, man, his back tire looks bad. He hadn't checked the pressure and it was low. So, you know, it's a lesson learned, especially if your bike's stored in like cool weather, cold weather. If you're in a garage, it might not be quite so bad unless you know, if you have a heated garage, and there's no issues whatsoever. If you have, you know, just a garage, you keep your bike, it's not heated, and you don't live in South Florida, it can get pretty cool. My garage got all the way down to like 40 degrees, and I knew that I had to check my tire pressure, but I was just so gung-ho to get out on the bike today because it'd been so long that I just completely forgot. If you store your bike outside and it's exposed to cold weather, that constant up and down with the temperatures can wreak havoc with your tire pressure. And of course, it'd been quite a while. So, all squared away now. I actually did a U-turn, went back to the house, filled both tires with my at-home compressor. We gotta do that instead of pulling off the side of the road and using my little tiny one, because I hadn't gone very far from the house, and wasn't, like I said, the very first corner. I knew that something was wrong. I knew what it was too. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to talk about tire pressure a little bit. Check it. It can create all kinds of issues for you if you don't. Sometimes you know right away, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you start thinking that it's something else, and you start getting worried about it and start worrying about your motorcycle, start getting afraid to ride. It can actually get kind of scary to get out on a bike and not feel like it's stable. So check your pressure, folks, especially in these cold weather months. You get to get out and ride like I'm fortunate enough to do today. You need to know you got good air pressure, because there's a good possibility you won't. All right, folks, I'm gonna let you all go. I hope everyone can stay well, stay safe. Most of all, stay happy, y'all. Motor Ramblings out. See ya.